Howdy, howdy, lads. Good morning. Good morning? Good. Hi. Hope y'all doing well today. I'm definitely not distracted looking at, like, the games that are on special at the moment. I'm like, ew, what's this? I'll close it, Okay. I am, ouch. No! I'm fed up. No! What happened? What's going on? It's good to see you, Aylin. Here. Every time I open my games, I'm like, where's the Great Ace Attorney? Gotta scroll down. Therapy was helpful. That's good. That's good. Was it helpful? Did you were doing a thing? Ouches from doggo brushing and trim since squats was massively involved. Right, okay. I was a little confused because my brain was like, brushing and trims and squats? Like, what do those three things have in common? And I'm like, right, they're inside. You're cutting the doggo. In gym terms, I went until failure. In gym terms, I went until failure on Saturday. What? What? Am I going crazy? We're speaking the same language, right? That's not a comment on you, that's a comment on me. I had a good week and I'm happy. I'm really happy. I don't know, I'm just humming with that energy for the time being, you know, rolling with the punches until it gets worse. Come to think of it, I want to check what the weather is tomorrow. Sorry, let me just have a real good check. 19 tomorrow. That's great. It was highest of 20 today. 19. It's not gonna be warm till Thursday, and then it's cold again. Cool. Great. Cool. Fuck. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna wake up in the cold. Alright. Okay, so I was squatting so much that my muscles were quivering and basically failing. Okay, yes, alright. And therapist and I are doing my video roleplay, that's the thingy, assessment things in our next session because the teacher is useless. Nice, that's good. Good job, therapist. I'm gonna smash it out, fuck yeah. But also my inner hip is fucked. My legs feel out. Oh no. Time to pop those girls back in. I know that feeling. All of today, I was just like, I was at work and I'm like, I really just want to like pop my hip like just the right way to like get in a position, and I'm like, no. I literally said to my coworker, I don't know how to do that by myself. Okay. I have one way. But it always feels weird to explain it. So basically you lie on your back, right? Like this, but not on the chair, okay? And the laugh makes me nervous. Well, okay, so Adara can't do it, but I can, okay? But it also depends on your varying amount of pain to kind of like help you out. But like one of the things that I do is like I lie down and I like, you know, you lift your legs up like this while you're like leaning on your back, and then you like lean while you're like leaning, you put your like your knee up like that. It's a hard thing to explain without actually getting on the floor and being like, look, I put knee up. Does that make sense? Good idea. The point, you know, and then like you'll feel like a bit of tension, and then you do that for like 10 seconds, maybe 20, and then put it back down. I reset back that way. Yeah. It's that, or my sister and I have another way, but you need to have someone else to assist you, which is, you know, you have to have someone willing to assist you. Where you'll like lie flat on the ground, and Adara will like lift her leg, and I put pressure on the top of her leg while it's like kind of square. And she has to kind of like turning your like hip, like with your hip specifically, like kind of like turning it up into like resistance to kind of like move it up and into position. Okay, it's a hot, you know, next time we see you, We can like teach you. It'll be so much fun. Anyway, but the other one is how I do it at the end of the day. Like I go home, I do some like arches. As I said, like you know, your body's like this, but with like your pelvis in the air. That's a weird thing to say on stream. And do like, you could just do some bridges if you don't have the energy to put like your legs up in the air because it's effort. But I usually do that, like, and that just like releases enough tension in my legs to kind of just like, and then I usually like twist them back in and then they feel okay. It's hard to do. I don't have the leg strength for bridges right now. That's fair, that's fair. Okay. Back into my chair. But yeah, my hip's been hurting a little too recently. It's not so good, but we're fine, we're okay. What up? The sky, roof, sun, moon. I think the moon's not over me right now, but we could get there. Hi, AWOL. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. No problem. Even if it makes no sense. Yeah. Today was good. What do you, yeah, no, I've been, guys, I came up with a new book idea, okay? Are you excited as I am? I hope you guys are so excited, because obviously you should be. No, okay. Is it a book with a cover in the middle? No. It's just a concept. It's just a concept. So I'm sitting in my planner app arranging my days. Very nice. 3 covers, try a cover. Why would you have 3 covers on your, on a book? Oh, I need to know. Anyway, but yeah, so literally on Saturday I was at work and it wasn't super busy, so I was talking to my co-worker and I'm like, I have like a concept for an idea, and then like I literally sat down and like kind of half planned the whole like general concept, obviously not everything, but planning the general concept of the entire like book series, and it's like, excellent, that's just gonna go into my files of the books I need to get around to writing. It's gonna be so much fun. Having so much fun. What happened? Yeah, and then I had Sunday off. That was nice. Just relaxed, got some work done. And then today I had work in the morning, relaxed in the afternoon. I have the afternoon shift tomorrow, so I can sleep in tonight, which is great. Yeah. Oh, we have like a new co-worker at the moment, so I'm, you know, like just, you know, like teaching them things and stuff like that. So but yeah, it's been pretty good. We're hanging out. Anyway, let's do this. What the fuck are we doing? Okay. Speaking gas. Have we finished talking to this guy, or was there something else we had to do? I feel like I had to present something to him to be like, do you know everything about this? What about the soap? Nope. Bro's just having a hard day. Okay. Not that stuff, unfortunately. Oh, so let me briefly explain what the fuck's happening. We are up to the 2nd chapter of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2 Resolve something. We have a case where a guy has mysteriously died in another locked room. But poor Saseki-san was in the room at some point, either before or after the death. We are currently doing the investigation. I feel like I found out a piece of evidence. I can't remember if we found out a piece of evidence or something somewhere, but I mean, I don't expect anything here to be like necessary to comment on, like. Poor guy. Poor guy, he's struggling. Alright, so let's go talk to Saseki-san. He's in prison because he's a guy. 21st of February. He's not here? Alright, he's not here yet, even though the game literally told me to go to that place. Where am I supposed to go? Let me just bring up my audio, sorry. What volume is it at? Okay, it's my own volume, that's the problem. Turn that girl up. What was the last thing that happened? We inspected everything in here, didn't we? And then there was soap in the wall for some weird reason. There was soap in the wall, guys. Maybe to save up on brick. They're like, I can't file this up yet. Let's fill it with brick. And then with soap. I don't know, nothing makes sense in this game anymore. Maybe I'm supposed to inspect the room more? So this guy told us that he knows what happens in the other people's apartments because he watches the gas like flicker and stuff like that, which was interesting. I don't know if there was much more to it than that though. All in the past now, of course, and the best left there. Best not, I want to know now. That's your military uniform, isn't it, Mr. Garrett? Yeah, well, ceremonial garb, yeah. Been hanging on the wall ever since my retirement bash, not in active service now, you know. Doesn't mean much to me anymore. You could have the old thing if you wanted it. Well, it might suit Lord Van Zeeks, perhaps. Don't encourage it. An over-ostentatious outfit like this could be just what he needs. Very tactful, Mr. Sato. Very tactful indeed. There's a single apron lying on that enormous cannon-shaped clothes horse. Look. No, Mr. Naruhodo. That's a real cannon. I knew that. I was just testing you. Piece of history, that is. Seen plenty of action on the battlefield, I can tell you. Now the old girl and I just enjoy the peace and quiet of retirement together. And of course she comes in handy if the enemy decides to launch an attack again. Is there a war going on I don't know about? Always. Oh, a copy of Franced magazine. Oh no, not more Herlock. Naturally, one asks oneself if such a singular detective could really exist. But having met the chap, it's undeniable he's most certainly singular. Singularly dangerous. Facts. That's genuine public opinion for you, Mr. Sato. Perhaps it should be reflected in the stories. Make no mistake, Mr. Naruhodo. I intend to snuff out that sort of public opinion we just heard personally. Whoa, calm the fuck down. Don't relax, don't worry about it. Impressive look at cakes. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what we were up to in the story, because I don't remember what the last thing that happened was. I remember finding about the gas, but then I was gonna go see Saseki-san. Maybe I should just look up a walkthrough. Hi, Daft. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna bring up the walkthrough. Oh, when we saw that Miss Green was alive? I don't know, man. Here we are. I think we're still in chapter 1. Well, sorry, chapter 2, but we're like in part 1 because we're doing the investigation part. Guess we'll find out. Well, that's a good point. Okay, I should be fairly far along with this. So we did the deduction. Taught offend of the examine the pair of teacups will be entered in the court record. Oh, I didn't get the, wait, hold up. Examine the pair of teacups. I hadn't inspected it. Ah, one of the teacups that Mr. Shamspeare and his guest drank last night. But don't go drinking from it, Mr. Hodder. There's bitter poison inside. I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty. That's true. So, one was Mr. Shamspeare's, and the other must be the cup from that Mr. Natsume was drinking from. But Saseki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these, examine them in more detail later. Okay, that was what I was missing. Looks like you're having a good snoop around here, eh? Hey, buddy. Inspector Gregson, back so soon. After I threw that little Japanese fella in the clink, I went and reported this to the investigation division. In 5 minutes' time, this place will be condoned off by the yard. Oh, I see. Well, we'd better be leaving then. Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low being back in his cell again. I'm sure we should probably go and, Oh, no! What? Why is he moving? That's so creepy! I'm not okay with that! What? I'm not okay! What is happening? Out, out, brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor play. This is actually so fucking creepy. What the fuck? What is he doing? That strut and fret his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. I'm stressing. Now, how soundeth the next part? Is he gonna pass out again? It's a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. What? Indeed! Oh, happy day! Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck? Walking Dead? What was that? What was that? Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. That actually spooked the fuck out of me. I hate that eerie type of shit. The fella isn't dead at all? What the nonsense he was saying though? It's Shakespeare. What do you mean? Hi, gorgeous Lily. The dude who was dead just got up and walked around. Giving Bon face shapeshifter guy from One Piece. Yeah, Bon Clay. Hi, Lily. How are you? My happy girl. Yes, it is from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5. Shakespeare. I'm good. Had a victory meal. Yeah! I love it. Love it, Lily. I'm so proud. Let's go. Fucking winning. So was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life? No. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment, and Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Oh, that guy. Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. What a strange situation. I've been so happy all day. Yeah! I'm so happy for you. Yeah! Having fun. Let's go. I want to Google something. We looked up, gas, inhalation or something. Gas inhalation, is it just gas poisoning? Fuck, I forgot what it is. It's not gas inhalation, it's a different word. Happy Lily. Yeah. She's so pretty. We love her. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to remember. Because we looked up like... God, I fucking... Whatever, don't worry about it. We looked up like different effects of like... and like what it can cause. I'm wondering if it like can cause foaming at the mouth or something. Does say coma. Now I'm wondering if they're even dead or not. Should Soseki-san still be in trial then? WingsofExzellion. How did you know that was my name? Oh my god. How you doing, Quasical? Hope you're doing well. Okay. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsume. Arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life. We don't know he's dead yet. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seems very likely that Mr. Shamsphere did consume the poison as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I can imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Ooh, what is this? Pray tell. A suspicious man. What's the man doing over there? Looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings. Happy day! Yeah! Something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo. Excuse me, could we have a word? Oh wait! Oh, he's gone. He's more than gone. He just ran off. That's suspicious. I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? Literally, yeah, the day before. I do too, but I don't remember. Literally the day before. We've done as much investigating here as we can, I think. Perhaps we ought to go to the prison and speak to Natsume. A good idea. Very suspicious indeed. The poison. Alright. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you now? Bro is having a bad day. Look him, shoot him, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Oh, yeah? What is he? Tell me, is he a ghost? Is he to haunt me? Let me guess, you're talking about Mr. Shomps? He actually calls himself a great detective, Mr. Natsume, not a ghost. But his diabolical deductions, they're not of this world, they've left me. Ah, cursed. I'm cursed, I tell you. Well, that sort of hurts. Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruhodo. You were heavily involved in the deduction too. Yeah, moving on. We have some wonderful news. Oh. The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again. Now, in the absolute worst case scenario, you could be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsume? It's terrible. Oh. I'm stuck in the cell, suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick. You did it, didn't you? Confess, you're a killer. Why the mustache? Constant questions. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, that selfish shyster. Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? Wickedly wishy-washy William. Hopefully in a year or two, the word train won't be considered an insult. Dude, if this guy fixes the trains, that's already a massive improvement. Just saying. What seems likely Mr. Shakespeare was never actually dead in the first place. Ah, yes, that makes sense. I'm pleased that he's alive, of course.
Our lively debate last night was much fun. It'd be sad to think it was our last. Oh.
Oops. Mr. Natsume, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shamspear, didn't you? Well, yeah, his books are there.
I'm not saying another word. I demand have a lawyer present.
I am. Who do you think I am? I am the lawyer present. Please, Mr. Natsume, we need you to hear your side of the story.
Why am I cursed like this?
Poor Thomas the Tank Engine. What? We'll be very curious. The moment he starts acting like Orban or doesn't keep his promises, I'm actually gonna speak out against him. Yeah, Lily! Stand up for people! Stand up for yourself. I believe. Pretty girl. Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume?
There's nothing to tell, but Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with the accursed case yesterday. It's hard to believe that was only yesterday. After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. That evening at past 9, it must have been, I visited Mr. Shamspear.
So you did go to the victim's room then?
As we feared. I didn't do anything wrong. I've never been to this room before. It was the first time.
Then what made you decide to go?
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. I got chatting and developed into a discussion. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
That ties in with what Mr. Garadib said, that the victim was out and came back after 8.
We met again later that evening at around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I brewed as a gift.
So it was you who brought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then?
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet, who were the stronger? It was a delightful debate.
Ah, Juliet, obviously.
I'm sure. Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare.
Lily was Hungarian this entire time. Well, yeah. I thought you were French. There's something so funny about, like, I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen you two talk a lot to each other and just be like, I thought they were French, like, and it's like, what gave you that impression? I will say, Cat talks, the way Cat talks sometimes, I'm like, is he French? And it's like, no, he's Dutch. God, we love a sexy Hungarian though, right, Lily? You know what's the, yeah, dragons. Yeah. Anyway. Just don't worry about it. I feel like I was gonna take that conversation somewhere else and I didn't. But yes, we're very proud of Lily. She's so cool. Oh my god.
No, never, not at all. Team Juliet won. That was me. And when I left his room.
Yes, thank you, Team Juliet. Let's fucking go. Good job, Saseki-san. Saseki-san stands for the ladies. Okay, planning paused. Can finish it tomorrow. Bed conf. Meds taken early to hopefully swing my body back into a normal sleep pattern. Yay. Hope you get good sleep.
And when I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit. I swear it, categorically.
I love that. Mr. Natsume, you often say the same thing about yourself, I've noticed. That you have a cursed existence.
I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and it's that time I learned that it's no place for me. It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture. There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh.
That's the paranoia.
That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room.
Agoraphobia? Not quite, but...
Which is why I've become a recluse. And even in my room, I I find no respite from my fears. I've been more times than I can remember, and then 1 week ago I moved into Briars Road.
But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable.
Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money it spoke to me. The rent? Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed.
Cursed? Cursed how?
The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there.
Oh, great. Cool.
Oh no! He was a young man, but one morning he was found dead and no one could explain why.
Surely no one would live in a room with a history like that. It's almost like people are dying of gas inhalation. I've said this 1,000 times. Give it to me, game. Been calling it from the very beginning.
I didn't. When the ancient recommended the place, I wavered. But I wanted books, and books cost money. A horrible history is a small part with pay. But I realized it would mean I could buy more books. I signed the lease like lightning.
Brave or blinkered?
But after I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done.
Also, knee lift helped. Good! It was painful getting back up off the ground, but it helped the hip. Yeah, yes, that is. I literally get home from my work day and I'm like, get on the ground, try and like click my hips a little bit back into shape, and then have to struggle to get off the floor, sit down, don't worry about it.
After I moved to Sugan, what had I done? I said that already. I realized how horrible that room's history really was. Gosh, was it really so awful?
It's almost like people are dying from gas inhalation.
How did the room's horrible history affect you? First, it was just a feeling. The feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me.
Do you think that might just have been your mind playing tricks on you?
No. My mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place.
A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean?
Oh, all the souls have died in that room and lean over me in my sleep and try to strangle me.
Almost like they're dying from, almost like he's almost dying from gas inhalation each night. That really is horrible.
And now, I come to think of it, it happened last night, too. The very same night that Mr. Shamsmere was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room. You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible. Yes, you're right. I know it, and that's why I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home. I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all.
I agree.
Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history.
Phew, Sasato-san knows how to make the man listen.
Of course, Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well.
You mean Garadub?
Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again.
Yeah, he's got one person for each room now. Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place.
Ah, perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps and his tenants' movements.
You mean because he's worried about their well-being? He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms.
What do you mean he pays so much attention to the gas lamps? Oh, dear, no, it's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsume. Please forget I said anything. Oh, no, talking about me behind my back as well.
What's important is that Mr. Shamsphere isn't in fact dead at all. Once he's come around, he'll be able to tell us what happened. We'll be able to get you released.
Oh, yes, I do hope you're right.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Inspector Gregson! I couldn't help overhearing what you just said, and on that note, Scarper out of here. I have some good news and some bad news. Oh, here we go again. Which do you want first?
Always, every time, the bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
He's funny. Alright, well in that case, the good news it is. Huh? Sorry, it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Then why did you ask me my preference?
As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspare, was just unconscious. He's come around. Yeah, we saw it happen in all of its terrifying glory. It's a good sentence. Still being treated by the doctors, but we managed to get a written statement from him already. Really?
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume? Oh, thank goodness. It's all over that I can leave this somber cell.
Sorry, no, that's not on the cards.
What? Why ever not, Inspector?
Mr. Shamspare has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night. Implicated someone.
Oh dear. You don't mean...
I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsume.
Oh.
By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. That wicked Catif. Catif? Saseki Natsume.
No.
No. So I'm afraid you'll be appearing in court as planned. You'll be one to make the necessary preparations. Why would he think it's him?
No.
This guy can't be free. Why would he implicate him though? It doesn't make any sense. Oh my god. There are 10 sections to this next part. Why is these games so long? Okay, whether his room was haunted or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I would represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. So dramatic. Okay. Do 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 do. Keep going. I'm so excited to like play through this game, but I'm also like, keep clicking. I want to see more. The 22nd of February, 9:29 a.m. 23. I don't know why I said 9. Ignore that. The Old Bailey. This place makes me feel strange. I seem to get chills down my spine and break out a nervous sweat all the time. Well, I didn't think I'd be back here so soon. That's my line.
That's my line. Good morning.
Ah, good morning, Mr. Natsume.
It was only 2 days ago that I declared not guilty here.
Yes, we somehow managed to prove he didn't stab Miss Green in the back.
But now this. Another morning, another murder, and here I am again in this hellhole. Can't keep coming to court.
I'm beginning to think he's right. It really does seem as though he's cursed.
Mr. Naruhodo, I have bad news. Oh. Mr. Natsume, good morning. Yeah. So here we are again. Yes, again. Judicial system, Miss Makuno Esquires, what's the bad news? Oh dear, you heard, did you? You come and shouting at the top of your voice, people can't help hearing what you say. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong, Sasata-san. What is it?
Well, it seems the prosecution in today's trial will be led by Lord Baron von Zeeks.
You know, can I just say, I like, it's just so convenient that every single time it's Zeeks again. Van Zeeks?
Oh, no.
He just can't get enough of this bod. I'm just saying. I think Zeeks is obsessed with us. Alright. We can just click through this.
That even if that person is found not guilty, the accursed will meet a mysterious end, one way or another.
Saseki-san manages to become alive anyway, so it's fine.
Do I have to put up with those ice cold eyes boring into my soul again? Cursed by evil spirits and now the Reaper. Peril of petrifying perils, potentially.
Potentially. Dun 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 dun. Vampire Man! Yeah!
Well, if it's potentially, at least you appear to have hope, Mr. Natsume. Naruto-san.
Yeah?
I'm innocent. You have to believe me. You more than anyone now.
Don't worry. I'll be your steadfast ally every step of the way in this battle. I promise. And this promises to be a hard battle, I fear. Hi, Rusty. How about? I'm pretty good. Let me say that again. I am a tad tired. But I'm going well. You know, I have to work like not in a row, but I've had to work like 6 out of the last 7 days, and I'm still feeling pretty good. So, winning. All right, let's go. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Mr. Sholmes isn't coming. That's what everything just said. I swear I'm on this sword at my side and on the spirit of Kazuma that it harbors. I'll show him what a Japanese lawyer can do. I'll set you free with honor.
Oh, yes.
Fuck yeah. Nice. $9.40. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen. God, I love doing this voice. I love this game. My sexy guy.
The prosecution is ready.
I'm kidding. Damn, I came here hoping he would come. Well, you need to work on him a little longer. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready, my lord. Readiness for the trial, my friend, not what the defense needs. What do you mean, Han? I don't know. Just, you know, if someone's not coming, you just need to work on them a little longer. He does the vamp pose for his intro. They knew! Yeah, of course they know! He's so pretty! What you need is readiness for your inevitable defeat. It's not just in my imagination, it's really there. That sexy man is too pretty.
I mean, it was some time ago now that he first became known as the Reaper of the Bailey, I believe.
Anyway. Han, you're making no sense. Why do you speak in riddles? In for a penny, out for a pound. I don't know what you mean. Yet now he is back in the courtroom, though for some reason. And then when I'm defending this Reaper with his curious disdain for us, is a prosecutor shrouded in mystery. I don't know why he doesn't like you. Gorgeous, gorgeous Hannah. Lily gets me. She's so cute. Look at her. Okay, let's look. I want to see what the thing. We know this guy already. I have a feeling this larrikin wasn't innocent before.
I must say that I feel especially ruthless on days when my hat refuses to sit still.
Sit right. Oh, well, I rather like how you're wearing your hat. I think the ruthless look is very fetching. Oh damn, this girl's gonna be important for something, surely.
I need to be somewhere at 10 o'clock. I have a very important meeting. Let's make this quick.
Girl, that's 20 minutes. Could agree more. Why is it always this guy?
May the Lord show us all the light here and lead his flock to a righteous verdict.
Come on, let's start this. I was wondering why they were re-explaining all of this, and I'm like, right, this is the second game. Accordingly, where possible, the same jurors have been asked to return for duty today. Alright. Very suspicious. It's just being eccentric again. Instead, he used his freedom to perpetrate a most blood-curdling crime. Namely, that of the attempted murder of his neighboring lodger, an innocent Englishman. To explain the circumstances of the crime, the prosecution calls its first witnesses to the stand. Pretty man. The detective responsible for investigating the crime and the accused himself. Damn, ballsy move. He's racist, that's the disdain. I think there's more to it than that. God, I hate this guy. But he's so pretty. Every time you say that. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. Why is it called Scotland Yard anyway?
Saseki Natsume from the Empire of Japan. My government ordered me to come here as a student to learn your language and culture.
Mr. Natsume! Fuck, I hate this voice.
Yes, sir.
I'm quite sure I'm not mistaken that you swore an oath never to set foot in my courtroom again. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
The day before, in fact, my lord, but close enough. Believe me, this is the last place I want to be.
Inspector, let's hear from you first. Explain the course of the case of the court. Explain the case to the court. Right, you are, sir. My fam was watching government news channels yesterday and they had a meltdown. They were even reading off internet comments being like, look how mean they are to us. Even with their last relevancy, they want to divide the country more. That pathetic bunch. Still really funny, just reading off online comments. I'm confused. Government news station was reading off online comments from the opposition, saying, look how mean they are. Sorry, I was walking while typing. No, it's okay. I didn't know whether you wanted to elaborate or if you were saying your family was, like, I thought you were inferring that your family were the pathetic bunch, and I was like, do you want to be saying that about your own family? Like, it didn't quite seem like the right interpretation. And then you're saying that how mean they are to us, and I'm like, who's us in this regard? Like, the right, the left, just the world of like Hungary versus, you know, Hungary versus all the other countries. It was a whole thing. Oh no, my family was laughing at the government channel too, sorry. okay. So the government is like, oh my god, no! They're so mean to us, and it's like, what do you mean, you cunts? You have a dictator in charge. It's almost like you're the assholes. It's gonna be Fox News, I imagine, once Trump's out. Because it was situated on a road that was historically used by the Kingdom of Scotland while in London. Damn, okay. Thanks, Quasical. Fun fact. Sorry for confusion, I accidentally cast it. I cast confusion! Pling! Oh my god, she's too cute, it doesn't work! Anyway. The incident occurred at the Gardope household where the defendant had lodgings. Oh god, my hip. In the ground floor room of the victim, Mr. William Shamspeare, the defendant had already admitted to visiting the victim on the night in question. Mr. Shamspeare collapsed in his room as a result of poisoning by strychnine? What the fuck was that? Hold up, go back. Strychnine? Strychnine. Strychnine. Anyone else have a better pronunciation for that? Strychnine? Strychnine? They were like, we need to come up with a poison that's not real. Let's call it strychnine. Because he died at around 9 o'clock. I know that's not true, but... Okay. If it's found the following morning when the landlord suspected something was wrong, broke down the door. Good man. We love Garadub.
This means I presume the door to the victim's room was locked at the time of the incident.
Correct, my lord. It was locked from the inside, making entry to or exit from the room impossible. Although the victim, Mr. Shamsworth, lives to tell the tale, he very nearly didn't. The man was halfway to heaven when we found him. I was the first officer on the scene, my lord, and I have a photographic print here that I took at the time to show the photo. Is there a pool of something on the floor over here? Soap on the table, thing, the fork.
It's a chilling scene. The man looks very much deceased.
It's almost like this guy's dying from gas inhalation. That's right, everyone present believed that. It's exactly what he was.
Yes, Your Honor.
As the defendant, do you have anything to say at this juncture?
They're haunted by evil spirits.
Good gracious, what's haunted?
My lodgings. There's been a whole series of strange happenings in my lodgings. The tenant before me died in mysterious circumstances. One was stabbed by no one in the street outside. My neighbor was poisoned. And me? What about me? I've never been killed countless times.
Killed, Mr. Natsume? How?
Even on that fateful night it happened when I returned from Mr. Shamspoon. I lit my gas stove and climbed into bed, but before long, the stove went out, and somebody tried to kill me.
You must always extinguish all fires before retiring for the night, Mr. Natsume.
But it's so cold, my runny nose would freeze. The point is, I didn't poison my neighbor. Oh, why am I being accused of this? Why is my existence so cursed?
Poor guy.
Thank you, witness. I believe I have a reasonable, clear picture of events.
If I could raise one more point, my lord, one more conclusive point. Sorry.
Conclusive, go on.
Unfortunately, the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, has regained consciousness after his ordeal, and he has named the true culprit. The poison consumed by the victim was administered in a cup of tea that he drank on the night in question. Tea, my lord, that was brought to the victim's room by the accused. Woo!
The accused, good grief.
What is happening here?
Order! Order!
Yes, that's the crux of this whole case. If Saseki-san is innocent, then why? Why has the victim accused him?
Oh, Mr. Natsume, what do you have to say about this?
That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it.
They had bottled water back in the 1900s? How long have plastic been around for? You know, maybe I'm just crazy. I just don't, maybe I'm overthinking it. So I bought bottled water,
especially to make it. And this is the result. Never will I touch tea again, never.
The public pump was frozen, you say?
That's not information we've heard before.
Much better. Okay. At least a year, maybe 2. What? Did I ask another random question? Oh, plastic water. You were talking about plastic bottles. God damn it, Lily. Laying down is so nice. Damn. It's good. It's good.
According to our laws, the defense must have opportunity to cross-examine the witnesses.
Okay. Formal testimony. None whatsoever, my lord.
Good.
Yes, my lord. It was around 9 o'clock that evening when I visited my neighbor and took some tea with me as a gift. We had a heated literary debate over a nice hot drink, after which I went back to my room at around 11. My tea was completely harmless. He couldn't have locked the door behind me otherwise, could he?
That's a good point. Strychnine takes some time to have an effect on the body. People don't keel over immediately after taking it. The victim would have been perfectly able to lock the door after his guest left. The argument still stands. Oh, shit. You asked how long plastic? Yes. Hey, Lily, you're so cute.
Excuse me, but that testimony does raise one rather crucial point, I think. Mr. Natsume claims his tea to have been harmless. Presumably, though, the teacups have been examined for traces of the poison, haven't they?
Why didn't I think of that? Well, as it happens, no. We haven't been able to.
I hear you correctly, Inspector. Scotland Yard has failed to examine the specific substance.
How could you have overlooked something so important? Isn't that the first thing you should have done? My friend is falsely incensed. The inspector said Scotland Yard was unable to examine the tea, not that it was overlooked. Unable? Why? If simple enough, there's none left, not a drop. Someone must have been very thirsty indeed. With current scientific techniques, it's not possible to test for poison under such circumstances. Not even the surface of the cup? We don't really need a drop, but that drop does actually have to exist, funnily enough. I thought there was still a drop left in one of the cups. There's a marking.
Stained on the inside. Tea does that, I'm afraid, even green tea.
Why is one stained and one not? I guess that's gonna be important for the case. Don't ask me why. Someone threw tea across the room. That makes sense. Because there's like a pool of water down here, right? And then they were just talking about the different cups with the different stains on the inside. So who's to say that in their heated debate, one decided to throw their tea at the other. So, yeah, maybe? Lack of examination notwithstanding, it appears nothing other than the tea passed the victim's lips on the night in question. Why, did you cut into his stomach and find out what he ate previously?
I say, thank you. The matter is clear.
Cast your eyes over the jury, my friend. What? You can see it in their faces, I'm sure. The recognition of the accuser's guilt. Your client's fate is all but sealed. Stop your intimidation tactics, okay? In mere moments from now, you will lose, and your compatriot will be damned for eternity. That's right, I can feel all 6 of the jurors look daggers at me. Someone should have faith in you by now. You're so cute. You're so cute! Fuck. Oh, she's BRB. I'm sitting on my sore muscles a lot, and honestly been trying to stand up every 40 minutes, but couldn't stand for longer than 5 minutes. Otherwise my legs would get weak and walking hurt. That is such a feeling. I know what you mean. Need to usually assign your hips around, right? Like, just click them back on. Dude, I would click your, we would find a way, okay? Heat packs, we would find a way. Because that's basically Adara's entire life at the moment, every single day. Coming home, heat pack everything, keep going. Alright, so I gotta find contradiction, right? Okay, well, I haven't saved since starting this chapter, so that might be important. Alright. Around 9 o'clock when I came in and took some tea. We had heated literally hot drink, after which I went back to my room and around. She was completely harmless. I want to ask about a nice hot drink.
Hold it!
I'm just gonna click through this. Alright, that was useless. Tell us more about this strike 9. How long does it take for symptoms to appear then? According to the coroner speaking to the yard, about 30 minutes after the poison's consumed. Then, the victim suffers violent convulsions, cramping, and stiffness, and eventually dies from asphyxiation. Question though. Saseki-san said he was there for 2 hours, so that can't be true. Saseki-san said he got there at 9 and then was there till 11. 30-minute interval between when the poison is ingested and the onset of symptoms. Unless they drank the drink at the end of the day. A lot of different types of poisons in the world, that for sure.
Oh dear, death by poisoning again. It's always so awful.
30 minutes is a long time. Certainly long enough for the victim to have locked the door behind the accused after he left. Well, I have the medical report from the doctor who examined the victim here, my lord. Yes, please give me my autopsy report. Semi-auto. Tomorrow will be better. That's good. You'll be alright.
Oh yes, I see it here. Delayed onset of symptoms.
Great. At around 11. He was there. How do I say it? Look, the contradiction. Whatever. So, cause of coma, ingestion of small quantity of strychnine. I'm just gonna call it strike 9 because it's cooler. Toxic effects presents 30 minutes after an ingestion. High likelihood of the substance having been mixed with the tea the victim was drinking, but no sample could be found for testing. The poisoning incident occurred at around 1:30 a.m. on 21st of February. No container for the poison was found at the scene. Assessed from the victim's pocket watch that appears to have broken when the man collapsed after the onset. See, okay, so that should demonstrate that the time wasn't right, so... Would have been perfectly... Okay, so... I think I want to present it against this. Let me save. E.
Objection.
Okay, cool. The argument still stands, you say. I think not, Inspector. Again? I think you'll find that you overlooked a very significant chronological inconsistency here. Thank you. What? What are you talking about? I know English better than you do. Haha. According to this report, the victim must have consumed the poison at around 1:30 in the morning. And yet, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, left the victim's room at 11. Ah. Yes, that's right. There's more than 2 hours of missing time there. In other words, if there was poison in the tea that Mr. Natsume brought in the victim's room, how could the victim have fallen ill to it 2.5 full hours after the defendant left? They were the same animation.
The defense's argument is clearly reasonable. How do you respond, Lanzix?
Oh god, I hate this cocky bitch. Alright, I get it. Pray forgive the discourtesy if my mind has wandered. I was considering what cuisine would best complement the contents of my hallowed chalice this the luncheon. You're not going to lunch, okay? No lunch break for you. I do hate to shatter illusions, my friend. Appears to be chasing a phantom idea. Alright, can you get to the point? For example, as at the time stated in the medical report, yes, at around 1:30. Mr. Natsume brought the tea with him to drink together with his neighbor, and in Japan there is a well-known saying, drink tea while it's hot. And in my country, there's an even more apt saying. And there is nothing more refreshing than cold tea. Oh! The point is, if there was such a long gap, there may be other ways to explain how the victim came to be poisoned. Other possibilities.
What sort of possibilities, Counsel?
Well, for example, the man could... Fuck. Had another visitor.
Another visitor? That's a very bold assertion, my friend, from someone who has nothing to substantiate it.
Or the victim could have taken the poison of his own volition.
You suggest there may have been suicide, Counsel?
Objection!
Mr. Shamspeare has categorically denied suicide. The idea can and must be discounted.
Objection!
But he could be lying.
Something wrong. I was listening to the sound of the carriage pulling up beside the courtroom. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Carriage? What carriage?
It would seem that the key player in this case has just arrived.
Oh no. Shamspeare's getting him. He's going to. Oh my god, turn up. Let's go.
Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking show.
Oh my god, this idiot.
A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more.
I hate this guy.
It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Keep saying that.
Who, sir, are you?
The dead person?
William Shamspeare, my lord. Alas, 'twas I, undone by these bitter events. I am the victim.
What is he doing here?
The prosecution seeks to call this gentleman to the stand. With his testimony, my friend's futile resistance shall be utterly crushed.
You're calling him as a witness? I don't like this guy.
Happy am I, Shamspeare, to regale thee with my tale of woe, my lord. I still bear a tale to tell, my tale of worse woe.
I can regale the court with a tale of my perfect innocence and perfect English. It will do, Mr. Natsume. Now the court will now hear from the victim.
Your Honor, I have evidence that this prosecutor loves women. I cite how obsessed he is with hallowed chalices and the clear yonic imagery of his obsession. Yonic? I also posit that the victim is dumb enough to have poisoned himself from sheer stupidity, Your Honor. Yes. Who's that other guy beside him?
Yes, I think I feel sure that we've caught a glimpse of that man before.
Multiple times.
State your name and occupation for the court.
A writer of words so sweet they do scent the breeze, an inventor of ideas so profound they compose the earth. The unrivaled poet, the unmatched scribe, William Shakespeare. Oh, the great bard to be recalled to life anew. Lo, what a magnificent man. Good fellows, I am he who ponders such a miracle, William Shakespeare.
The name's Meaderman. Adron B. Meaderman. I work for Atom and Gas Company, Eastern Branch Office. I told you it's gonna be the gas office. It's gonna be the fuck.
Ah, I remember now. It was yesterday on Briar Road.
Yeah, she's right.
Oh my god, do we have to recap this?
Bye. Dabs and he's out of there. Aren't we all?
Oh heaven, oh hell, do you command me to remember that sweet poison that distant crossed me and crossed mine innocent lips?
I subpoenaed him for the trial, with his doctor's permission, naturally. Hearing the testimony of the aggrieved will remove any doubt, a room for doubt from the juror's mind, I'm sure.
Behold, you have only to arrange the letters of my name to see that me's a seraph.
Really?
An angel, indeed. Thus be I a noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart, as all heavenly angels be.
I don't like this guy. Because there isn't a less contrived meaning in your name. No, not at all. It's because he's also a sham. Actually taking the seraph anagram idea seriously? Oh my god. I've been wanting to prosecute the shitty glass company for poor building regulations since game 1. Let's go! I know. Alright. But my lord, what's the man next to Mr. Shakespeare doing here? The gasman, I mean. Now.
Allow me to enlighten my learned friend. You recall, I presume, your earlier impertinence.
How earlier are we talking?
When you suggested that the victim had another visitor to his room on the night in question, and moreover that the victim is a compulsive liar.
What? No, I didn't quite say that.
This young chin stroker is here to controvert your wild claims conclusively. Is that not so, Mr. Meaderman?
Yeah, hang on, no, I'm just here.
Okay. Oh, one may smile and be a villain. Yes, it doth pain me, but let the truth be spoken. The truth of that wintry night of my discontent. The snow lay about, my neighbour did cometh in the evening, bearing a gift of tea. But marry, bitter was his drink, and when he left, I did fall prostrate on my table. 'Twas the tea alone did pass my lips that late hour, naught else.
I was outside the box window. Why do I always do the same voice? I was outside the bloke's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping an eye on his room. Why?
No one else visited her room but that short little round-backed Eastern fella.
Wait a sec, what about you? You're obviously the most suspicious person here. Y'all had a fight the day before. Wait, what did you say? You were keeping an eye on Mr. Shem's room all night?
That's right. Of course, the bloke's window is all but blocked up, isn't it? There's a little gap in the bricks where you could see into the room. So I spent the night trying to keep my teeth from chattering as I peered in through that.
Why?
Yes, thank you! And the question is, why? That's because he's on my list.
What a piece of work is a man! Wherefore wouldst thou not stare in wonderment?
What are you talking about?
This buzzing busybody hath not part in this play. I pray thee, pay him no heed, make no more ado about his tedious words.
What do you say about me? Calm yourself. This court is concerned with what happened on the night in question. Nothing more. Okay, let's do it.
I'm sorry guys, I'm so sleepy. Alright, come on. I hate how many times in this game they're always like, this may be the finale! And it's like, no, it's been like 30 minutes. This guy's so fucking suspicious. But the windows of that house have been filled in.
Historical artifact of the now defunct window tax.
Yeah, you're right there. All bricked up horribly. But as it happens, there's a little part of the brickwork at the bottom corner that's been opened up. I was looking in through that gap.
Why?
There's a few bricks loose, weren't there?
And for some strange reason, a couple of bars of soap lined up on the edge outside as well.
I don't like going around poking my chin in other people's business, especially on freezing cold nights.
Why were you there all night?
Them's my orders, that's what I keep doing.
Why would that be your orders?
As long as there's breath in my body.
Suspicious fucker. What's with all the theatrics today?
Out of interest, Mr. Miniman, after the accused had left and returned to his own lodgings, did you see the victim leave the room at all?
No, he never left. He was in that room the whole time, as far as I'm concerned.
And we can therefore discount the possibility of suicide.
How can you be sure of that?
The police carried out a thorough investigation of the scene and found no receptacle for the poison. And since we know the victim didn't leave his room and hence didn't dispose of the poison's container himself.
Okay, yeah, that's valid.
It's clear that this was no attempted suicide, only the culprit would have removed the receptacle.
Oh, yes, lucidly explained.
Oh.
Hold it!
Did you have it hot or cold? Let me stop you there. Mr. Natsume left your room at 11 o'clock, but it wasn't until after 2 that the poison made you collapse. That amounts to more than 3 hours of missing time. Am I luring you to sleep, Aelin? Yes. Okay. Truly, this gets all the people to sleep. Oh god, okay, I need to stop doing that. Oh, my body go crick crack, it's sad. It's so funny. Okay, I love this. The defendant has really put the poison in your team. It's a 3-hour window. It's something you're gonna have to explain.
Gladly, it is an easy task.
What?
I did drink of the tea, not while my guest dist tarry, but after he took leave of me. Faith, 'twas stone cold, but at 1 hour post midnight, verily did my lips parched.
Why? That doesn't sound normal.
Nay, 'tis quite ordinary, sire, after all. Thou wouldst recall our fiery debate. Amidst such argument, there'd be no time for fiery tea.
Romeo and Juliet again, and who was stronger?
Mr. Shakespeare, in summary, allow me to confirm. Did you not come here with the intention of naming your attacker?
But of course, my liege. Or it was the stupid lover of words did attempt to shuffle me off this mortal coil.
Ugh, you know what that means.
Hold it!
So, you didn't have any kind of evening meal, dinner, supper?
Nah, fie on luxury, fie on gluttony. To eat thrice daily is but a waste.
This poor man is gonna die from hunger. Sorry?
I would that my belly were full no more oft than the sun doth rise.
Oh, the bro, stop doing exercise.
Oh, most heroic eating habits, I must say. Night and day do I fill my hours with learned study of the great bard and playwright. Hence, it is that there doth naught in my chamber be than the costume of mine art.
Someone feed this man. Can someone feed this man? Someone fetch thee a burger. Post haste.
That would appear to be the case, as even a rodent was found starved to death in your room.
Oh, that's mortifying.
Now I think of it, it's not just food that was conspicuously missing from that room, is it? I don't recall seeing a single play or script anywhere.
That is weird.
For I have devoured them all.
You ate? You've eaten them?
Every word be within my skull. Dost thou imagine otherwise?
Right, that wasn't misleading at all. Now, could you turn around?
Which brings us to the conclusion that the only way the poison could have passed is in the tea.
Okay. I clipped your dance. Thank you, Aelin. You know, I'm really good at dancing. So funny. Press on statement 4 to get the victim's medical report. Oh, I did that already. Okay. What does it want me to do? Press every statement. Oh, okay. How many have I done? I think I've done 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I need 1 and 5.
Hold it!
All of this. A rodent was found dead there? Could they have eaten the tea?
I don't know.
Oh, God, I keep yawning. Juliet beat up Romeo? This is not helping our case.
My liege.
My liege, I am your servant.
Okay.
Hold it! Objection!
But what I did see was the silhouette of that little round fellow wearing a pretty dress. Then the pair of them started some kind of wrestling match. I tell you, I didn't know what to make of it. But again, why would a media guy be looking at something like this?
The Romeo and Juliet championship battle getting underway.
No question, Gasman's honor. Okay. Alright, now it's time for a summation. Y'all are with me.
You're right, we have. Yeah! Wait, no, the defense is in the middle of a cross-examination! Fuck you all, we're going to bed!
Yes, the 3 missing hours, as you put.
But in the end, what difference does it make?
Since that's now apparent, there's really no reason to delay our decision any longer.
I said before, if I don't take 5 bob home with me tonight, the missus will blow it up. Oh, what was that? Sorry.
Silly guy. Alright.
Guilty.
Guilty.
I hate this scene. I wish I could skip it.
Guilty.
Anyway,
Guilty.
just sleep. If Bavon drops in, can you say hi for me? No worries, Aylin. Go get that sleep. Love you, Aylin. Alright. Rest up. Have a good night's sleep. Didn't fall on his side though. He was flat on his face. No, this has to happen, unfortunately. God, this game would be so much shorter if we didn't have these summations. There's still such an interesting idea.
To the guilty being punished.
Oh, no. I want to have a summation, explanation to this complication. It's not a vacation. Help me in this trial. I'm getting the dial, cause we're gonna be here for a while. Here in the British court, we can reverse the future. We're not even halfway through this, guys. What's the time? 9:30. Alright, we need to get through this game even faster.
Why will you cling to the past in order to set up the future?
Something. Okay, there's not too much more of this. Once we get after this. Judicial findings.
Victim may not be well off, but he's a nobleman, and straight up, there's no reason to doubt the man.
What? He's poor.
Well, I do declare the good gentleman has no reason to lie. In fact, I think he's rather splendid.
Just look at the accused by comparison. This Japanese stoops all the while and has a mustache.
Well, fuck you.
There's no evidence to suggest the gangly actor is a fraudster, for now at least.
Ah, I really don't care. Like, I just need this trial to end quickly.
3 hours of missing time is nothing when you reach my age, you know. Nothing at all.
Is this guy okay? They've all been bewitched by his strange theatrical movements.
And say, nothing Mr. Natsume has said appears to have registered at all.
Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I remember how it works. Don't explain it to me, please. No need. Jury examination. I don't like the fact that this guy's just in the background just smiling. Like, close your mouth, mate.
Hold it.
There are plenty of people in London who seem noble but poor. Couldn't some of them also be liars? No doubt about it. Like that shaky client of yours, for example. Absolutely not. Mr. Natsume is no liar. Look, the point is the only thing that passed the victim's lips that night was the Japanese man's tea. When you take the gasman's testimony into account as well, the truth couldn't be clearer. Let me be frank here. I'm a gentleman with a gentleman's values. If it turns out the old Shakespearean chum is a rotten liar after all, I'd gladly change my decision about the defendant. I'm sure my fellow gentlemen would agree.
Well, yes, perhaps. Elderly gent on the end here, you know, speak up. I don't really care about this nonsense. I need the trial to be over. If you show me that the victim's a liar, I'll reconsider my option.
Hold it!
I'll see what this guy says. You keep talking about needing to take home some money. What's this all about, sir? Finish last, that's what it's about. What's that? Talking about the Derby at Hyde Park, aren't I? It was the Queen's Cup last week, wasn't it? Derby? It was a dead cert, that's the thing. I couldn't lose, so I took my wife's secret savings, like, but then the Hooper's old man went and did the unthinkable. Ah, that stupid finish last.
Oh dear. I think it's clear that what happened, isn't it?
This is the day the missus uses her savings for a trip down the pub. So come on, let this business lie now. Just give it up. That's not gonna happen. Okay, that guy does not care.
Hold it!
What do you really mean by that, sir? Well, I'm not one to boast, but I get up at 5 every morning, I do. 5? You're a really early riser then. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I like to while away the hours in the evening reading books as well. But by 2 in the morning, I'm usually too tired to go on.
He sleeps at 2 in the morning and gets up at 5. Oh my, that means he only has 3 hours of sleep each night.
That's right. 3 hours of missing time, like I said, it's not much, is it? This really isn't helping. I can present something to these lads too. How we doing? Who we defending? Do you remember Saseki-san? He's a bit crazy.
Hold it!
I have to press on this lady. Fraudsman, what do you mean by that, madam?
It really is the most tiresome problem for the company. Most irritating.
God, I remember his muscular craziness. I don't know. Mustache. The word's mustache.
We can be absolutely certain that a customer is stealing from us, but without hard evidence. We can't even threaten to take action for fear of being sued.
What?
I'm the wife of Augustus Altamont, owner of Altamont Gas Company.
My gracious!
Gas is the future of energy in this country and around the globe, but proper handling is essential. As I'm sure our employee from the East End branch office would be the first to agree.
Absolutely, Lady Quimby. Gotta be used properly. Almond gas is the best in the world, of course.
I think we may have solved the mystery of the bow from earlier.
The reason Mr. Meaderman was watching what Mr. Shamspeare was up to in his room.
I'm afraid there's no end to the lengths the population of the East End will go in order to steal our gas. So I really have no choice when the company identifies somebody as a possible fraudsman, but to dispatch a worker to watch the suspect day and night. We're very thorough in our investigations.
So you mean Mr. Shamspeare is...
I wouldn't come out and say it in public. But you can finish that sentence with a grubby little gas thief.
She looks like a bee, I just realized. Notice the public gallery in here, have you?
The eye of a man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, Faith, wouldst thou wound me with thy words were I to let them penetrate the skin. But seraphs hear not insults, only choirs of angels in song. We may not have evidence yet, but my workers won't stop buzzing around until they find it.
I was right, she is B-coded. Capitalism is fundamentally flawed! Yay! Yay. I love you, Lily.
And when they do, you'll find yourself blasted back to your angelic heights in an Almonton gas explosion.
Whoa, is that a threat? I wonder, mind adding that to your testimony?
My pleasure. Was it the bit about ripping that thief apart you enjoyed?
Not quite. How does she know?
Objection.
Love you too. What are you yelling about? I presume you've heard juror number 4 statement made by the wife of the owner of Amon Gas. Hell yeah. The victim, who you claim to be a noble, straight-up man, in fact, turns out to be a common thief. So the good lady says, but there's no evidence, is there? You and I both heard them say as much.
It's true, we don't have evidence as such just yet. But the claims aren't baseless, you know.
What?
You heard me, seeing as this operation has already been compromised. I would suggest the court hears testimony from our East End branch office employee over there.
I'll do whatever you say, milady. Gasman's on it. Alright. You said you would reconsider your decision if we found out he was not an upstanding medicine. Me? Oh, well. Okay. That's 4 jurors. Yeah, you did it. I don't know where this game is going. This case is going yet. It's so weird. Like, the bars of soap thing confuses me. Like, was he poisoned with the soap? Because that's perfectly viable. Like, nothing may not have touched his lips, but the poison could have been ingested through his skin. You know what I mean? Wait, does it say anything about the poison, the type? The other thing is, we don't have anything that properly explains what the fuck strychnine is. Toxic effects presents 30 seconds. It does say toxic effects. It could be, like, placed through the skin. It doesn't, I don't know. It's just weird that it's like... Not to mention, this has, like, a hole in it. Oh.
What is it, Mr. Naruhodo?
This bar of soap. When we first found it, I could have sworn there was some sort of round disc in the depression here. A reddish one. We lost it?
Yes, you're right. I remember it too. But now the depression is completely empty.
What? Where could the disc have gone? What? What? I've had this on my person the whole day. What do you mean it's disappeared? Was it liquid? Did it evaporate? I want answers. It's just going. It's going so well. Never spoiled the bouquet, Mr. Shamspeare. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury now find that they are unable to trust you, the victim.
But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. So God mend me, I do swear. This gasman speaketh that which concerns him most, naught but gas, naught but thin air. Aye, it burneth bright a while, but it hath no substance, and it doth reek foul.
Oi, what do you say?
Do I take it, Mr. Shakespeare, you deny the allegations of gas thievery? Most heartily, my lord, hast thou forgot I am as a seraph, an angel, noble of mind, sweet of nature, and verily honest of heart.
Oh, I hate this guy. Ah, you flowery-mouthed pompous beanpole. Just because I haven't got the evidence yet. I think he's holding himself back. I didn't aid it. That's very suspicious. Lily. Did you take it? If in fact you are not noble of mind, sweet of nature, or honest of heart, if you are a liar, then your testimony should have no sway in this courtroom.
John, it would not be unreasonable at this stage for me to rule out on the case.
Oh no.
However, in light of the fact that the jury has expressed concern about the fidelity of this witness, I believe it would be inappropriate for this court not to pursue the point further.
Objection.
I assure you, my lord, that would be a waste of the court's time. The gas and this case are unrelated.
No, they're not, but sure.
Yes.
Didn't you say before that although you had no hard evidence to prove this man has been stealing gas, you have strong grounds for suspecting him?
That's right, we do. Don't we, worker?
Absolutely, Lady Quimby. Gasman's honor.
Well then, we will hear your testimony now. And why you believe the victim, William Shakespeare, has been stealing gas?
Yes, my lord, it'd be a pleasure.
If I may, my lord. Go ahead, madam. This worker's testimony may have a significant bearing on the good name of my husband's company. Therefore, I should like to take the stand alongside him in a supervisory role, if you wouldn't mind.
Wahoo! Oh yeah, sweet as honey! Yeah!
Very well. Exception. Thank you, my lord.
I don't know if I should be suspicious. You wait till the boss gives you an earful. Oh, it's gonna sting you, mark my words.
Yes, is that clear?
There is almond gas, my lord, which is the clearest in the world. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. No sus. No. Proud to be the company's Eastern branch investigator and meter money collection agent. Almond gas meters accept threepenny bits each coin, giving customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas.
And yet, the meter in Mr. Shakespeare's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key.
I love her outfit way too much. I'm like, I don't know if she's evil or not because I'm so just amazed by her amazing outfit. Somehow he's using all the flaming gas he wants without paying a penny. If that's not thieving, what is?
Pray forgive the discourtesy. The irrelevance of this testimony caused me to turn to my hallowed chalice.
He's drinking his problems away. Good job!
Did the mustachioed friend poison the gangly excused for an actor, or didn't he? That is all that should concern this court, and yet now we must listen to this drivel. Abhorrence. Clearly what separates the...
Bro, stop tossing shit, mate.
Lord Van Seeks appears to be in a violent mood.
Yeah, he does. an attempt at poisoning, and an incident of gas theft with no supporting evidence. It's true that they would appear completely unrelated at first glance, but I wonder, the truth tends to be buried in the most unusual places, and the first step in uncovering it will be establishing who and what this man really is. I agree. Mm-hmm. Two hours of gorgeous gas. Yet the meter in Mr. Sham's room didn't have a single coin in it. Out of interest, how long has this been going on?
Weeks and weeks. He's been pinching gas off us for ages.
And you've examined the meter in Mr. Shamsby's room, I take it?
Naturally. We took it off the wall and went over it with a fine-tooth comb.
And found nothing suspicious at all, I presume.
No, I'm afraid we didn't. Which is exactly why I demanded a new type of meter to be introduced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shamspear Special. Sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3-penny pieces. But even after that, the rascal's meter was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation. When I opened up the money box and found it bare, you what? I said, you what? And the look on his face, that smarmy smile of his. I pulled the meter straight off the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing. Not a trace of B&J meat open anywhere, not a single sign. And what's happening to my salary as a result? Down by 3 shillings a day, that's what. It's a life-threatening situation in a number of ways.
Incidentally, what became of that meter?
Nothing became it, I've still got it here.
I'm just carrying it around with me, just in case.
Right.
What do you call you, meterman? Yay. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a hole. That's funny. Oh, what? Have you spotted something, Naruhodo? Just here, there's a little hole, do you see it? Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed. Not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say. So, you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shamspear? Possibly. It seems the people at Almond Gas must have missed it. But it certainly seems to go all the way through to the inside. Yes, but there's no way a coin could fit through there. That's true. But even so, it seems more than a little suspicious. Does that mean, wait, the attached coin box sports a very strong lock and there's a tiny hole in its base. Okay, so gas can't be leaking out of it? Gas can't be leaking out of it, but a coin doesn't go through it. What does that mean? That's very odd. That's really odd. So the coin would go through, but then he wouldn't get it back either. It does seem a little over the top. I agree.
Let's move this along, shall we?
The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with. Okay, so now we well, let me save. Presenting for your entertainment tonight.
Objection.
Lady Altamont. I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with. What?
Oh, get away. I've been over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it.
In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been at the base of the coin box?
Hole? What hole?
You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. That meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do.
In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shamspear secretly opened up this hole himself.
Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised, but why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You can get a farthing through that.
Lady Altamont, wonder if you could give the court some more details about the meter design. What sort of details?
Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it's dismantled, how it differentiates coins. I was thinking differentiating coins, but it could be either. I'm gonna save again. But they said they wouldn't be able to. Maybe differentiates coins. He could be putting a rock in. Put a tiny little rock in, and then how does the meter tell the difference between different coins?
What do you mean?
Well, for example, if someone were to put in 1 penny coin, that wouldn't work presumably, would it?
No, of course not.
So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's being fed is a threepenny bit?
Ah, I see what you're getting at now.
The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes the red thing in the soap. The red thing in the soap thingy that's gone.
The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you mean? Other coins just won't fit.
But I don't have the red thingy anymore. I'll save you. Control S.
Yes!
It's designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of a thread. Nothing else will fit. Okay. Let me save. Okay. I think we're almost at the end of this part. Yeah, okay. I am supposed to present the bar of soap. Okay. I was assuming I had to present the bar of soap, but I wasn't quite sure. Cause there's nothing there now, you know? So like, how can you even present it as evidence? Other way, mate. Oh shit. So it's present the bar, come on, to 0.4. Alright.
Objection.
Oh, I didn't do it right. Wait. What did I do wrong? What do you mean? Keep going, come on! Because I've already inspected this. Do I have to inspect it again?
Ah, do you think?
Oh, okay.
There were 2 bars on that little ledge just outside the window, so we took this one. I'm sure that's when we first found it. There was some sort of reddish medallion in the middle.
There's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? Oh, okay, okay. I had to inspect it again. Okay.
Objection.
Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter could accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, by something of a coincidence, we found a particular item that matches the dimensions perfectly.
Something the same size as the threepenny bit, was it?
The item in question is this. What? Have you been in any guess that's a bar of soap?
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say.
Got it!
Caught it. You have to turn over the bar to see what I mean.
Referring to the round depression in the middle of the soap there.
That's right. A depression that's approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as the threepenny bit. Get away!
Does anyone present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly, now, hand over your coins, lady and gentlemen.
It sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
As a kind matter of the public, I here now have a threepenny bit. Let's see if it fits. My word, it couldn't be more snug.
Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Amon Gas Company is being defrauded.
Well, I don't believe it. God, I love her outfit.
So your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar of soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas?
Yes. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit.
Let's concur at least that pushing a point with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkable simple way of replicating the coin's shape.
And then you could use, well, some melted wax or something to pour into the mold. You make 4 fake coins in no time. They need to fix this. This brings all the pieces of the puzzle back together. It's the method Mr. Sham's been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. And now if I follow that chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody considered yet. Okay. He's putting soap in and then heating up the soap or using water and then able to get it out. Oh, that's why there's soap on the floor. Oh, wait. Is that why there's a pool of water on the floor over here? Because it's like, it's melted. And then it like ends up down there.
But this is all nonsense. If the man has been making fake coins, my worker here would have found them when he emptied the meter.
Quite true, Milady Altamont, in the absence of some black magic that could make them disappear. I see, that's what we're dealing with, isn't it? There is one form of black magic that could cause the fake coins to disappear.
The meter here gives it away.
What on earth?
There are remnants of that magical method used invisible on the gas meter taken from the victim's room. What?
As your research together, the defense will identify those remnants for the court at once.
What? Where on the meter can the remnants of the method used to make the fake coins disappear be seen? Are you just talking about the hole? Where am I? Just mean the hole, right?
Got it!
We found this bar of soap at the scene of the crime, just outside the victim's window. Outside? Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Biederman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found the soap. Ah, I get it. That's right, the answer, of course, is ice.
Did you say ice?
Why did we have a red imprint before then? Mr. Shamspeare has been leaving soap like this outside his window each evening filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, leaving him light and warm in spades. As his room becomes very comfortably warm, the ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, turning back into water and draining harmlessly away through the small hole made in the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas. Cool, this is not the thing we were planning on fixing today, but we did it! Hey Balvon! Aelin says hello! Hopes you have a good sleep. I have to go. My country needs me! Okay. How you doing, Balvon? Sprinkle positivity. Illy! And... Chazky.
Just like that, so simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us all with some bars of soap and some water.
I mean, hey, smart. That's right, madam.
I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money we spent to develop that new meter? And now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless.
I'm fairly sure I didn't design it.
Evidence?
Sorry?
I want evidence. If you're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof. She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she?
Very well, Lady Altamont. I've got the evidence!
Are you saying you actually have evidence for your theory?
Do. This is a photograph of the scene at the point when the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson, and it clearly shows the remnants of the crimes.
What remnants?
Yes! Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shamspeare's room. Now look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter. What is that? Some kind of grubby stain? I don't know. Almost certainly, it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. If one coin gives around 2 hours of gas usage and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, we can imagine he would have used around 10 of his faked coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floorboards.
This is awful.
And there's further evidence too. What? Is there? Shakespeare slumped over his table, apparently having consumed strychnine. And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half. Okay. What?
You're right.
It appeared to me then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he? Pardon me for disagreeing with your lordship, but... certainly not.
He didn't beat around the bush there, did he?
In truth, Mr. Shamspeare was found with a fork in his hand.
A meal of soap is sounding increasingly likely.
What do you mean to say? He was using the fork to... Yes. To extract a frozen coin from the bar of soap.
Oh. But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well.
Wait, so what? How did he get poisoned then? I have so many questions. A bit of off night. We'll message Aelin. I've had a bit of an off night. No worries, Balvon. Take care of yourself. Oh, you will message Aelin. Okay. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Maybe it's the lighting, but from here it looks like you're cosplaying Ryunosuke. Well, I don't really know if I have the whole fit down. I'm just because I did up my top button. I'm allowed to do up my buttons, thank you. I have time off work right now. That's good, Con. I hope you relax. Wait, sorry, I must have clicked forward. Lord Van Zeeks? I was throwing my hand up in despair and happened to catch my hallowed bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake.
What is the meaning of this council?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly do you establish with your most recent cross-examination?
Well, that Mr. William Shakespeare is a thief and a liar. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Very well, let us assume the man is a liar. Now allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make?
Well,
we know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation reveals no sign of another vessel that contains poison. And on the night in question, there were no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it. Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate abdication.
what? Ah. I've messaged the alien. I assume she went to sleepies. Yeah.
Mr. Naruhodo?
Objection. I don't think we have enough information. Raise an objection. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What? Oh, counsel, you've successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss?
Lord Van Zeeks just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have, the court believes not all of them have been objectively established at all.
What are you trying to say, my friend?
At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to lack of evidence. But the situation has changed now following the cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand.
Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense?
Yes, when you bring everything we've learnt so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear. There's a question that we now need to reconsider, namely, the poison. We've all been led to believe that the Strike 9 poison that afflicted Mr. Shakespeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume, but that's conjecture at best.
The victim has testified that nothing was past his lips that night. There's no other possibility. And since there was no trace of the tea left at the scene, it couldn't be tested for traces of the poison.
As I said, the situation has changed, because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. A particular piece of evidence proves it.
A ludicrous claim. Scotland Yard detectives investigating the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
What evidence from this crime scene can tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea? I'll be honest, I had the walkthrough up, and I did, like, glance at it. I have to reload the page now. And it said the bar of soap. Now, because it did have something red in it before, but it's gone now. So it's like, does that mean traces of it are still on it or not? I feel like that, like, if the tea was still on it, then I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. But, like, but also, it was a very reddish mark. Like, it didn't look like it looked like something like tea. I don't know. But this is what it says.
Take that!
Soap again, the same bar the victim used to fashion his coins.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Not my business. That's right, my lord. It just came back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. I'm quite certain that when we have originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar.
So you discovered the gas thief's coin factory. Fascinating.
In a way, yes, but there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice.
Oh, there was something strange about them, you mean?
Oh, he's made frozen coins out of the tea rather than drinking it. Exactly, something very obviously strange, which is a terrible decision because the soap would, like, I don't know, be soapy. They were red.
The ice was red. No, you mean...
That's right, it's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea. What? I'd remind the court as a statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in his trial.
That evening, yes, I did take some freshly brewed tea with me when I visited Mr. Shamspeare's room as a gift. The public water pump outside always freezes at night, so I bought bottled water especially to make it. And this is the result.
Oh yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day. It was particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the East End are prone to freezing.
So on the night in question, Mr. Shamspeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea bought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins.
My word!
Okay, so they're not saying it might carry the poison or not, it's just that it exists. There were 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene. That's right, we only buried one of them. Which means that even as we speak, some of the defendant's tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap outside of Mr. Shamspeare's window.
Extraordinary!
Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remains, Scotland Yard would be able to analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in a position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture, by finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine at all.
You smug man.
My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once, and the defendant requests a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it, to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Pardon. Objection! And they are banned.
Ugh. It seems we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. Just you have no objections, Lord Van Zeeks.
He's pissed.
None, my lord. Scotland Yard will cover the tea from the scene and carry out the requisite tests. Same hour tomorrow.
Yes, my lord. Oh, my lord, where are women? Oh, my lord, get my lore. Oh, we managed to scrape through there somehow.
Thank you, counsel. Court is adjourned. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Man, I've gone an entire stream without saying Iris's voice. Honestly, I'm really worried about Hurley, though. He's always going off and doing his own thing. Maybe he's gonna help with the next part of the investigation.
We'll see. That shouldn't have worked. But what should work, really? 1:11 p.m. Oh, we made back in one piece. One Piece mentioned! Let's go. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while.
Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the streets of London, and you were very nearly flattened several times.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that.
Yes, I know. It's a marvelous defense, Naruhodo-san. It really was. I was in awe of you.
Oh, thank you.
And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can find some new clues for court tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it.
Woo!
I suppose I still can't believe it, that's all. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. I'm in the Old Bailey.
It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you followed him to Great Britain and work alongside him.
I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him.
And you're doing wonderfully, Naruhodo-san. I've no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us.
Thank you, Sasato-san, thank you. They could have easily have sent you home as well, but did people pass on Aelin when— Yes, I have. I have been given a great and terrible power. Explosion! Alright, let's go. Where do we go? Saseki-san. Nope, no Saseki-san. Garadub.
Mr. Garadeb appears to be out.
Oh well, guess we'll have to come back later. Alright. Briars Road. Nothing here either. Cool. I want to check Miss Green's hospital bed. Out of pure curiosity.
What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance.
Yeah, I hear angry voices. Oh. I was right, they do know each other.
Be not angry. Oh, ample lady, verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot! You were looking at my painting!
The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed, the poison that moustached fellow gaveth me. Forgive me, lady.
I wish that you died from the poison.
God mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigor still. Behold my Shamspidence.
This is looks rather ominous, doesn't it?
Imagine seeing this with no context to the game. I am fond of Aelin, she is nice. She is a very good person. She's doing her best. Oh. Oh. I hate this guy.
Ah, lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now, brown cow?
What are you doing here, Mr. Shamspear?
Marry, I do believe I am returned unto another ward.
He was looking, that's what he was doing, looking at my terrible work.
Eastern fellow, oh so dark, eclaired. Faith, thy word in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee.
I mean, we were implicating you, but okay.
But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it?
Okay. That's threatening behavior. Okay. Okay. That's how you know it's a prop. I don't like this guy.
Anon, Azun.
I don't like this guy. Why? definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin that man down.
I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person.
Oh, Miss Green, is everything alright?
Oh, yeah, I mean, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now.
Oh, I see.
We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh, dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it.
That's it? You feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green?
I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me.
Well, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I was just walking in the snow one evening, minding my own business, and then completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I look back on this fondly.
Really?
Anyway, I must be getting on with my things.
Okay. What is this all building towards? This is so weird and random.
Is Mr. Sholmes home? Oh, Runo and Susie! Hurrah! You're back! Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always. I am! And you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks, Iris. But...
Thanks, Iris. What is that foul smell?
Aha! The Wanderers return at last! Where on earth have the pair of you been?
We've been in court?
Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. That was today, was it?
I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm sure you think you did.
This is me telling my sister when my work shift hours are every single day. I'll tell her like a week beforehand, I'll tell her 3 days beforehand, I'll tell her 2 days beforehand, 1 day beforehand, the morning of, and she still won't get it. Watching a press conference, and the new PM just said they'll change laws to limit the term of a prime minister to only 2! Yay! As they fucking should. Was walking home and literally stopped in my tracks. Time to hold them to it. I know, right? If they don't, like, hold to it, get mad, because, oh my god. Because honestly, no one should be, like, a prime minister more than twice, okay? Like, if that, like, that's 8 years of your life. Like, think about how developed technology has become between, like, 2000 and 2008, okay? Before 2000, we didn't even, like, have Google yet. And then afterwards, like, Google's well on its way to be working towards developing, like, YouTube and all those other things. Like, fuck. A lot has happened in the last several years.
Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go?
Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least.
Oh, really? I would have liked to see it.
Happy for you, Lil. We definitely had Google in 2010. It wasn't called Google until 2005. I'm going off that fact. I'm pretty sure it was 2005. The point is, it's so complicated. It's all thingy.
I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long.
What? You hang out with Zeeks on the weekends? Damn, they totally make out. It was given, I was using it. But it was in 2005, right? When it was called Google? Or am I thinking of YouTube? I might be thinking of YouTube. I'm Googling this. When was Google? Invented? 1998. Damn, 2 years prior? Wait, when was YouTube made? I might be thinking of YouTube then. 2005! Okay, I was talking about YouTube. That's fine, didn't know that. Okay. I was Googling myself in 2000. Really? That's crazy. The idea of people existing before the year 2000 is insane to me. I'm just saying. Binging myself. Okay, Lily, we don't need to know what you do on in your private time. I'm sorry. Whatever the Microsoft one is called. Yeah, Bing, 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 ding, ding, ding. Wait, no, hold on. I'm sorry, Lily. It just sounds so weird, right? I'm just binging myself over here. Anyway, the gay. Move on. Is Lord Van Zeke's an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still.
Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor?
Yeah, what is it? It's faint, but terrible.
Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science.
Oh dear.
Alright, I'll buy it. What's he up to now? This is great. Didn't Yahoo yourself? I'm DuckDuckGoing myself. See you around, Lily. It was a standard teenage thing to search your username and see what came up. That's fair. No, because Yahoo was a piece of shit even then. Lord Barak Van Zeeks. Yes. It was an interesting subrequet. He has, isn't it, the Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts, sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. Vanish how exactly? By falling under a carriage, a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to a sudden fever, or, quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being at least. That's not overly reassuring. We've established this so many times. Does this need to be explained? I mean, I'm asking about your connection to Zeke's, okay? Okay. Naturally, the man very quickly came under suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast iron alibi. That's suspicious. Really? And so his reign continues, but 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. Until now. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into the trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection. Yeah, okay.
Bruno, I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky or incredibly unlikable.
I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all people. I want to know about the smell. What is that indescribable foul smell? Ah, well. Most probably this, I would say. What is that? My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention, a chemical test that I identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea.
Oh my.
There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. That's certainly unsavory behavior. So,
When one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris. What?
At the ready, Hurley.
What? Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? It turns completely black.
And what a foul odor it's giving off.
Indeed. The blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor, the better the tea is.
But now you have a terrible smell coming from it.
It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling.
That's very ingenious, but what do you do with the black liquid now?
Why, dispose of it, naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you?
God, this guy's fucking idiot. Oh, what is he doing?
There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Shams.
Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we are entering a new sort of era of science, in the world of criminal investigation, also.
Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times.
I regularly engage in the scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. It's a little hobby. The Herlock methods will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based.
Nice.
This little tea indicant was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research.
What?
Oh my god.
With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending being Japanese as well as Miss Sasato and myself, I felt it's even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Zeke seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese.
Indeed, it is an interesting observation.
Do you know something about it, Mr. Shams?
It was about 10 years ago that Baron Barak Van Zeke chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan.
No.
What the? Tell us more, Mr. Shams. What happened?
I believe I made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair.
Oh, but...
The Hounds of Baskerville still chases us to this day.
The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. It just have to wait until chapter 5. But now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is the most deserving of your attention.
Alright. So your T-test is an example of forensic science?
Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is high or inferior quality.
Not a huge number of cases, then.
Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints. Not yet accepted in our court as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there.
I hadn't even heard of them until recently.
Which is partly why I undertake research of this.
Okay. I'm just... Skin prints.
What?
A nomenclature of my own design, as is this chemical agent that makes it possible.
What?
Instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation.
What?
As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black.
I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talent in action very soon indeed.
It hurts. Ugh. Just after the tea demonstration, it's hard to have any faith in his scientific abilities. I think we should go back to the scene, uncover any clues.
That's the spirit, Bruno. See you later. Ta-da.
Yes, until later. Oh, they're doing it together.
No, Mr. Sherms, we were thinking you'd come with us.
You were?
Yes, of course. You said just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talent in action.
Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines, but you go on ahead. I shall follow you later, in all likelihood, probably, maybe, well, I might. Your commitment astounds me.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival.
Bye-bye, Bruno. Bye, Susie. That whole conversation was a nightmare. Alright. Where are we going? Shamspear room. All these names are going through my head. I'm like Garadeb, Sholmes. I don't know what's happening. Soup. Hey! Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson. God, I want chips. Ah, no, I don't think about it now. What are you doing here? We're gonna have another look around to see. Yeah, I know the school. Oh yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it with the tea in it? Yeah, we found it alright, and there was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. I knew it! It's with the identification section of the yard now, they're looking into it. Results should be available later today.
That's wonderful news. Thank you.
Sorry, what? Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. Thanks, Gregson. Oh my god, he's just there. He just appears. Bro didn't even give me 5 minutes. Alright, mate. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? Also, this isn't gonna hold up in court. The other, in the other thingy, it doesn't uphold the other thingy, so why would they accept this thingy? I'm so good at English. Okay. In chapter 5, Iris used her gun to find blood prints, but they didn't accept it because it's an undocumented method. So anything that Sholmes uses, I don't know if will be useful. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Oi, what are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing there, here? My dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. It's more like, what the fuck are you doing here, mate?
Is now the time, Mr. Sholmes. Are you about to show us your forensic talent in action?
With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. Oh my god. Da 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 da. What's all this? All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll look show the sensational skin print seeker. Oh, I hate it. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shamspear's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. Germs? A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this. A refined indicator solution. Okay, he's just talking about, like, DNA. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Okay. Okay, so he's basically made, like, a black light print thingy. Okay. Here, try them on. Spray the chemical indicator around. Oh my god, guys, we're back in the game. A suspension of the chemical indicator is a pressurized gas. It's the most effective way to cover a large area. That was another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it. Okay. Before we do this, I'm going to the toilet. Okay. This game really has a problem of saying 40 words instead of 4, doesn't it? Dude, legitimately. Like, they could have just said, I made... Like... They could have just said, I made a fingerprint identifier. That's all they could have said. That's all they could have said. And it would have made sense. Okay. Like, even before, like, I skipped some dialogue because I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And I summed it up with just being like, we have to go back into court now. Like, we didn't need to have a whole, like, I think we're almost about to get about to get into court. And it's like, well, hopefully we need to get through this. And we can get through this and prove that Mr. Natsume is safe and innocent. And he's like, oh, please do. Alright, let's go back in. Okay, I'm going to the toilet. I'll be back. Hi, Cameron. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, back into the madness. Alright. Ah, the box! Okay.
Anything else? Nothing about the envelope. Weird that nothing about the envelope. Why would his fingers go so far down to go down here? They did have a tussle over here, so that makes sense. The box. Can I look? Is there something else I'm supposed to identify, or? Spray. History. Court. There she is. Yeah! It's me. I'm here. Ugh. It's the door. The gloves? Nope. There's something else I'm supposed to... Alright. What do you want me to... Can I go back now? What does the game want me to do now? B to look around. I'm guessing that there's something I've missed or something. What have I missed? Oh. What the fuck? Why are there so many near there? It just looks like he would have leaned his hand there in order to reach up to turn it on, right? So there are a great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact.
It sends a chill down my spine.
I agree. PM got an update live that All Bones cronies have started shredding documents in the government. They're like, quickly, get rid of all the evidence. It's like, the people are living evidence of their ridiculousness. Welcome back, Purple Puff. Yo, Puffles from Penguin Club. Slay. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he was admiring the picture. No, to like turn on the thing, right? Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture of such close quarters, I feel. Very true, Mr. Sato. It's a bit of a mystery then. For now. What am I supposed to do next? What does this game want from me? Pushing someone against the wall? Maybe. Sorry, I'm just a little confused what this game in... Okay. Spray the room and you will find 2 spots with an abundance hairprints. Okay. On the wall and on the floor to the right of the table. The floor? To the right, down here? Oh, there's no fucking way I was gonna click there. And what annoys me is that I definitely clicked like here, You know, like I definitely clicked like just over here, but I obviously, and like I clicked up here near the envelope, but I didn't click here. Whatever. Ah yes, interesting. A multitude of the victims' handprints.
Why are there so many on them on the floor in this one spot?
Ooh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here.
There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over though.
You can trip over nothing. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over.
I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Shulms.
Good job, Sato. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Can't use this as evidence in court, though. Well, we sprayed Mr. Shulms' amazing skin print indicator all over the room. Ugh, just such a gross name.
We did, but there are 2 places in particular that are interesting, I would say.
Hey, look, a loose floorboard.
I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment.
Yeah, go Sato.
Oh,
What is it?
look here, Naruhodo. Son, one of the floorboards have popped out.
I swear it didn't look that obvious before, but... I mean, it's a secret hiding place. Excellent work, Mr. Sato. So, what do we have here?
Boy, what are you lot doing?
Inspector Gregson.
Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate here.
No need, Inspector. You can continue to dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig around under the floorboards here. God, I want to eat chips.
Your fancy talk's putting me off my food anyway, Shulms. A bit of new evidence is exactly what I need.
Not a hiding place you could make use of in Japan. I don't think I could fit a straw tatami map.
No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there too. Aren't you curious?
Oh,
Yes! Go, girly. Take it off.
it's nothing behind the picture.
Dang!
Only the wall.
How disappointing. But then how do you explain the handprints?
I really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over there in that one place.
Ooh. Is that you? There you are, a print for you. Is Inventions gonna make prints too? What? You made a print of where the handprints would be? But again, is this viable evidence? I don't know if this is viable evidence. I'm desperate to know.
So am I.
I've tripped over nothing lots. Same. Okay. Is he gonna say? What about the box? What about the hole in the wall? We're still not commenting on the hole in the wall. The hole in the wall could mean a lot of things. I'm just saying. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long.
What is it, Shulms?
I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends. What the fuck is happening between these two?
We're no friends.
No, I suppose not. A dismal failure. Every time I fail at something, I should just go, a dismal failure. Gotta do the hand movements to make it extra whimsical. Yeah, I heard. Ugh, I'd kill to know what's under that floorboard. Hmm?
Alright then, fair's fair.
What? You did discover the hiding place after all. Noises, my good people. Noises! They speak to us. Very suspicious. Suppose I should at least fill you on in. Really, Inspector? Thank you. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind, as fickle as the weather. Boy, still making me somehow nut. There were 3 items on the board. A newspaper clipping, a photographic print, and a tin box. Now, what do you want to know? Oh. I'm gonna save. I don't think I've saved since... I wonder how long this chapter is. Looks like I was cut out of the newspaper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester. Okay. Oh, terrible. It made the headlines down here in London as well. Bloke had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first.
Oh my, he committed a capital offense.
Man by the name of Selden. Nasty piece of work into burglaries and murder. They said the hoard he'd knocked over was worth about £1,000. A hoard? Of treasure, you mean? Jewellery and the like, but he hid it somewhere, and no one knows where, and now he's dead. The papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route to hell, or some such was the headline. Okay. I'm just looking at how many sections there are. Cool. Does it not strike you though? Oh my god. Oh, my glasses. I forgot to put them back on. Okay. Why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? Suppose now you mention it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork. God, I want to eat chips. Oh, no. Don't let him win. Don't let anyone win. Oh, look. It's the kid that the lady had a photo of. Awfully suspicious. But he seems to be acquainted with Mr. Garadeb, too. Which might be the reason why, if this kid is indeed this melodramatic guy right now, if he was acquainted with Mr. Garadeb, maybe he, like, offered the room up to him for cheap. Looks reasonably oh, it's recent. Okay. He does have art supply on him, so maybe this is... Seems to be taken out of the street in front of the house here. So he was living here. Miss Green, is this the guy who died mysteriously in Mr. Natsume's room?
Eat some chip for bits.
Eat some chips for bits? Oh my god, I could eat chips for bits. Thank you for the 25 bits. Thank you. I will get chips at some point when I have time. When I have time. Oh, no. When I have time. We'll see. Illy Kamen. And sprinkle positivity. I hope you have a good day. Okay, so I definitely feel like this is going to lean into Mr. Natsume said something like someone died in his room suspiciously. We're gonna find out that is this kid. And Miss Green was originally walking through the area in the previous chapter 4 because she was hoping to sneak into this house maybe, or to investigate it in some capacity to figure out how her boyfriend passed away, or maybe even sibling. Could be sibling. Here's the young man on the right. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows the identity of the young fellow, that is. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information isn't one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. Shut the fuck up. A dismal failure. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden underneath the floorboards. I mean, Mr. Shamspeare himself isn't in it. That doesn't mean that... I mean, this could have been the previous person. Now, this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were able to find something inside that reveals the truth behind the case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Yeah, funnily enough, I already had a look. It's completely empty. What? Shamspeare, give us a clue, man!
You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruhodo. But anyway, at least we found what's inside the...
Yes, thin air, it's empty. Rather like how I feel inside. Oh, wow, okay. Is there nothing more to this box then? I wonder. Can I look at it? Can I look at it? No? Hey, Wagyu. Wait, no. No, you're not Wagyu. You're the other cat. It might be Wagyu.
Oh, look. It's a lovely little kitty cat. What's its name?
Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? Why don't we call it, Wagahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. What have you got in here, clever cat?
Oh, wonderful. Well then.
Can we go behind this now?
Here's something delicious I bought for you for the cat's meat man.
What? Cat. This explains something. So in case 5? Yeah, in chapter 5, there was like a cat, and there was like the whole cat and making it like a little like automatic door thing. It was a thing, and I remember kind of being like, did they have a cat before? And I was like, I kind of just blinked and just kind of went with it. But I guess they didn't, and this is them meeting that cat.
He couldn't be happier now. Look.
I just hope we can bring some happiness to his owner too. Bro's having an existential crisis. Can I, now, Miss Cat, can I inspect behind this? Hello, Miss Cat. That's a cheeky little meow Waggerheim.
Oh, but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever.
I think he may not appreciate that after a while. We have an investigation to get back to. Oh. It's actually really smart. Alright. Oh, we can go over here. Something I've forgotten. The cat. We bring the cat with us. Oh dear cat friend, please go on adventures with us. We finished talking to him? Yeah, I guess so. I'd like to inspect a little bit more, but... Saw the cat, we saw a thing. What's supposed to happen next? Why is Gregson despairing on the floor? There was a hole, there was a secret floorboard on the floor. So he was looking at the hole in the floor. And now he's just there permanently? I don't know. Alright. Did they finish it? Move to the prison. Oh. I'm thinking profound thoughts. Okay. Okay. After we finish the investigation, it says I can talk to... Maybe I'm supposed to talk to Iris? Bring the cat to Iris. Iris, do you like cats? Oh. Did I miss something? Secret board on the floorboards, there's 3 items. Okay. Newspaper clippings, the photographic print, and a tin box that's empty. After you finish investigating the crime scene, Saseki's cat will come out. Sasato is delighted to see the cat and give some food. You call him Wagahai, which is how Saseki-san refers to himself in Japanese. Sasato agrees with the name. After this case, Iris and Sholmes will look after Wagahai at their suite. Anyway, let's go see his owner move to the prison. I went to the prison, and nothing happened. Are you sure, game? I must be missing something. Well, I guess I'll keep examining then. Hey, buddy. No? Talk to each one of those. Just talk to the cat again. Hello, cat. Meow, meow. Meow. So cold. I just think that there wasn't anything behind the photo, though. I say that this does look really tall, though. I can totally see myself, like, having to put, like, a hand on the wall and stand on top of the box in order to reach up here. Maybe something's in the rafters. I doubt it, but... Can we examine the kitty again? We can. Just gonna say the same thing, but after you finish investigating the crime scene, Saseki-san's will come out. Saseki-san's cat will come out. I trust this walkthrough with my life. What did I miss? It's gonna be something I missed. I did. I was talking to him. Got a big tick over in everything. Unless it wants me to go to Mrs. Green's hospital bed next. You know, I guess that would make sense. Let's talk with him. Okay, alright. I was really hoping to present something to you, but I guess not. That's fine. All I need is this. Is this young woman special someone, do you think? They're probably twins. Kind of dressed similarly, at least. Really? I can't present anything? I was hoping to present fucking something. Is that juror number 3? No. She is the person who died. No. She's the person who was stabbed in case 4, and she's recovering and hanging out. She's having a good time, recovering from being stabbed. The cat? I like how there's always extra conversations you could have with her, and I'm like, man. I always expected to see Shams just sitting there hanging out. This is a very dramatic machine. Mr. Shams. Send the other photo with them in it. The person in the picture. I tried. I can't. She's technically a part of the environment. What's the time anyway? It's supposed to be later. This tells me to go to the prison next. Did I... Was the glitch? How long ago was my thing? Oh, let's just go back. I don't remember the last time I saved. Oh, cool. This works. Alright. Water time. Anyway. I don't know why, it's something so funny about seeing their interactions with each other. Especially considering thinking about the fact that he used to have Wilson with him, at least. I like to think they had Wilson before, and Wilson helped, like, even things out a bit more, and then just couldn't. I'm gonna look at this tin box again. It looks kinda small. Bab. Could have anything. You can have small random containers filled with nothing, by the way. I do all the time. Alright, at the end of investigating everything, the cat will appear. Lo and behold, the cat appears, the sign of our end. Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, give the kitty cat some food. At least we got to see this cute cat multiple times. Alright. What was that? Needing biscuits, I guess. Alright, now can I go to the prison? No. Maybe I want to present evidence to the cat. And then look, it's the cat. Wow, it's so cute. Fuck. Every time I come back to here, it's like fear. Oh, wait a second. That looks like there's a letter in the background. Oh, I can't examine the background though. Game. Don't break on me like this. Alright, I guess we're going to have to do some alternative looking. Alright, the Great Ace Attorney walk through, and we're gonna look through chapter 2. Let's look at Polygon. Oh wait, I need game. The Great Ace Attorney. Who? Okay. Need a different website. Let's try this one. So weird. Done all of that. Okay, so part 3. Say hello to Sholmes, skin prints. Skin print seeker in his apartment. We'll get a lot of prints. Floorboards to the right and the pictures on the wall. You know you got them when you get comments about each one of them. You also get some evidence here and there as well. Cameras in the wall. Our party will examine them and find some loose flooring. Gregson will examine newspaper about clippings, new evidence, photograph. Can we really trust Gregson though? Hasn't he lied in court before? I don't know. I think he's fine. Still a weird article and a weird photo and prints by the photograph. Shamspear is up to something. We'll be interrupted by an adorable cat. Susato will give it a snack. Wagahai, I am a cat. And then we'll to go see Mr. Natsume, right? That's a good idea. Let's head there now. Is this some random thing I've missed? Is it because I need to talk to like Susato back in like the first area? You know what? Let's just talk to Susato. Hey. I'm just gonna click through this. I'm not expecting it to be particularly of note. Yeah, I still haven't found anything with traces of the strychnine. Saying I should go back to the... Should I go back to the hospital? Kazuma Sergi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. Oh, okay, we're just going right back, are we? Back in my day, I used to wander around to try to figure out the truth. We find out Kazuma-sama is alive all along. I'm kidding.
Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions?
Whoa, that was a weird animation. I mean this.
His katana.
Never expected to inherit the sword after Kazuma passed away, of course.
No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it.
When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage.
Yes.
Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. This feels like an excuse to like, just like fit some extra information back in case you've forgotten since you played the first game, which is valid. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, we clicked on the wall again. We clicked on all of this again. The world always makes the strangest noises. And then we have this again, about running out of change. Maybe after doing some of that other stuff it would have counted. Okay. I must have needed to like have that conversation with must have had to have that beginning conversation with Susato-san. Which kind of makes sense, even though it's stuff that I already know. Because I don't know about you, like with the Ace Attorney, like the Phoenix Wright games, there would be like, you would go back to your like base of operations and Maya would be there. And Maya, they'd usually say like, what's next with Maya? And I guess they would just kind of tell you a little bit about the case, maybe in case you've forgotten, like you've stepped away and you've come back. So I was like, this is information I can skip, but obviously the game wanted me to do it.
Oh, Mr. Natsume is back.
Well, we could go to bed now. Woo! Let's go.
Hi, I'm a cat.
Congratulations. Love that for you. Alright. I was really hoping to get like more in before I went to bed, but here we are. Do 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 do. Alright. You know, halfway through part 3 is a pretty good place to be. I do have to go to bed early tomorrow night though, so we probably won't be able to finish it, but we'll get damn close. Anyway. Maybe next time. Yay, we did it. Thanks, Estanium. See Susato's words in the move section. Does she say things? I'll have a look at that again next time, Astro, okay? Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow, okay? Have a wonderful night's sleep. Or day. All the stuff, okay? Yeah. I'll see you all tomorrow for more of this game. We're trying to double down and like continue completing it, obviously, but it's still like each case can take me anywhere between like 1 night and 4 nights. So 4 nights. So we'll see how it all ends up going. I feel like time is going by kind of fast at the moment, but then also weirdly slow. I don't know. I'll go with it. Anything to make the next couple of days of work go by faster. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.